Hello and welcome back to part 9. So here we are going over Java file writing. So we have question 1, which Java class is primarily used to write character data to files? Now we have question 2, which method is used to write a single character using Filewriter? Which class provides buffering for efficient writing to text data files? Question 4, what does the pen method do to a file writer? Question 5, which of the following correctly closes the file writer? Question 6, what does the writer class in Java primarily handle? Which of the following is true about the writer and reader classes in Java? And then question 8, which of the following is a subclass of writer in Java? Score 87% for the section. I got this question wrong. Now we are continuing with Java Lambda expressions and streams. So we have the first question. Which of the following is true about the Lambda expression in Java? Okay, question 2. What is the correct sentence for a Lambda expression? What will the following Lambda expression do? Question 4. What does the following code snippet represent? Which of the following functional interface can be used with Lambda expressions in Java? Which of the following Lambda expressions is correct? For a function, it takes two integers and returns their sum. Which of these statements correctly describe the Stream API in Java 8? Question 8. Which of the following is intermediate operations in the Stream API? Question 9. Which of the following is a terminal operation in the Stream API? Question 10. How can a string be parallelized in Java? Question 11. What does the for each method in the Stream API do? Question 12. What is the return type of the map operation in a Stream API? Question 13. What does the collect method in the Stream API do? Score 69% for that section. I got this question wrong, and this question wrong, and this question wrong, and that question wrong. And that is it for this section. Now we are going over Java IO basics. Question 1. Which of the following is a superclass of all byte input streams? What does the read method of file input stream return when the end of file is reached? Okay. What is the primary difference between reader and input streams? Question 4. Which class is used to write the character data to a file? What is the output of the code snippet? Oh. Question 6. Which method is used to close an IO stream in Java? Question 7. What is the purpose of Java IO input output system? And then question 8. Which of the following IO streams does not require closing after use? And then question 9. What does the close method do in the context of IO streams? Score 77 for the section. I got question 5 wrong. Question 2 wrong as well. So now we're doing the Java BufferedreadervsScanner for IO. Here we have question 1. Which class is most suitable for pass input large data in Java? So we got the buffer reader. Question 2. What is the readline method of the buffer reader return at the end file? Question 3. Which of the following supports regex based on input passing? So scanner. Question 4. What is the main purpose of wrapping input stream reader in buffer reader? What are the question 5? What are the output of the following code be? Question 6. Which stream would you use to write raw bytes to a file? How does the scanner detect input tokens by default? White spaces. Which method? Question 8. Which method is used to check if more input exists in the scanner? Question 9. What is a key disadvantage of scanner over buffer reader? Oh, okay. And then question 10. What must you handle when using the BufferedReader.line? IO exception. Scored 90% for the section in this only question I got wrong. Okay, so now we have the Java synchronization basics. Why is synchronization used in Java multi-threading? Which keyword is used to synchronize a method in Java? Which of the following can be synchronized in Java? Which object does a synchronized instance method lock on? Oh, okay. Question 5. How do you synchronize a block of code inside a method? Question 6. Which type of block is acquired when using a static synchronize method? Question 7. What happens if two threads access a non-synchronized method of the same object? I think both can execute. Yeah. Scored 85% for the section, only got this question wrong. That is it for this part of the video.